Welcome back to G40 Alt Universe. Next up is Russia for round 6, I believe we are in now. And I'll be filling in for Piloto today as he's a busy boy at the moment. Let's just crack straight on with the turn. Just a quick flyover of what's happening though. The Germans are knocking at our front door here, and we also have the Italians knocking at our back door. So let's see how the Russians will proceed here. Purchases will be 3 infantry and 8 tanks. Tanks will be in a stack of 3, a stack of 3 and a stack of 2. And also 1 fighter for the total cost of 67 IPCs, all spent. Combat. There are 5 combat moves for Russia today, and if only today's real life Russian combat moves were in an alternate universe, but let's not go there. Starting off down here, we have some minor attacks against the Italians. Here in R29 we have 1 infantry, and in R23 we have 1 Italian infantry. Let's do this little one here first. Here we have a stack of 11 infantry. I've split this guy off from the main stack already, and we're going to just send in 1 infantry to go against this one here in R23, and we'll support that attack with 2 tactical bombers coming from the airbase in R26. The movement of 2 will have 3 movement points left in their fuel gauge. The other battle will be here, as I said, in R29. For this one, we're just going to go all out. So 10 infantry, the 10 from R24 are going in there. The 10 tanks, the 3 artillery, the mech, the AA gun, non-combat, but doing it now. These 3, these guys, everything else basically that borders it. So everything from R26, everything from R24, all going in there against that one guy. The other battles now, dicey ones, and I apologise to Piloto in advance for these ones, as they will probably go disastrously. Here in PA4 we've got an infantry and an artillery belonging to the Germans, and we're going to go after that with some of the stuff we have here in R11. We've got 4 infantry in total, and we're actually only going to send in 2, so 2 will stay behind. But we're going to send in 2 infantry and the 1 artillery as well, against 1 infantry and 1 artillery. That's 50-50 with a slight bonus to me because I have the extra guy, I suppose. What else are we doing? Here in, what is this? I think this is G6, yeah. G6, we have an AA gun and 2 artillery. Now this is a dicey one as well, and Contango, I know what you're doing here. You're trying to tempt us in here, trying to bait us in, right? And it's worked. We're gonna go for it, and hopefully not lose a plane. And Piloto, I'm sorry if we do, but I had to go for this. Here's our main army group here. I've represented it with this army group token. We've got a lot of stuff in there. We're gonna break off 2 infantry and 1 artillery from this group, going into G6, okay? 2 infantry and 1 artillery, and we'll also support that attack with some air power from PX2 up in the island, 1 tactical and 1 fighter, so they'll move 1, 2 and 3. They will have 1 movement point left in their fuel gauge. 1 tactical, 1 fighter supporting that battle there in G6. The last battle will be in up here, G2, and we are going to send in 2 fighters from PX2 at the movement of 1. We'll have 3 movement points left, and we will also send in our transport ship with 2 Russian dudes on it. Zoom out a bit. These 2 infantry will move 1 and 2 into C zone 26 and offload into G2. See if we can't get that back from the Germans. So then, let's get rolling, I guess. I feel like we should do the dicey one first, because it's gonna be bugging me otherwise. Let's battle board it. There we go. Last time I got a little bit confused with the AA gun and casualties because I didn't use the battle board, so I'll just do it like so for now. And I'll bring this a little bit closer as well, hopefully not dropping it in the process. Perfect. Alrighty then, this is what we're looking at. I'll swap this guy out for a Rusky so we can see what's going on. 2 shots for the AA gun then, coming off the bat, and we will pray. Got 2 greens in there. AA guns and Corporal Clegg tend not to be good friends. We don't have the best history. Let's see what we get though here today for the AA guns and Piloto. Forgive me, mate. Oh, 2 misses. That is fantastic. Exactly what we needed. Okay, now I can rest easy. 1 infantry unpaired, 1 infantry and 1 artillery, 1 fighter and 1 tactical. We need 3 hits. Be surprised if we get all 3 in this first round, but you never know. We get 2. That's what I would have predicted. Could have been 3. Tactical missed, unfortunately. So 2 hits, and we have to return fire as well for the 2 German artillery. They shoot, and they also get 1 hit. So after this first round, we're looking at the AA gun and 1 artillery dead from the Germans, and 1 Russian infantry also taken out. Ooh, I never make risky attacks like that. 1 and 2 for round 2. 2 at 2, 1 at 3, 1 at 4. Should be enough to finish off the German artillery. Indeed it is. We get 2 hits. So we'll just return fire now for that 1 German artillery. Let's see what happens. A miss. So good result, a good starting battle there for Russia. I'll take that. Let's see if I can put this here. We have cleared G6, taken it out with an infantry and an artillery remaining. Oh, of course, our tactical bomber and fighter as well. Next battle, let's do G2 while we're up here. Do this island battle, and I will do this without the battle board. We have 2 infantry and 2 fighters. Germany has 1 artillery. Should be a simple battle. Let's see. 2 infantry unpaired, 2 fighters, and we'll throw in a blue as well for the defending artillery. Just need 1 hit, and we get 1 hit, and the German artillery has also missed. So a good start so far for the Russians for this round of combat. We'll take off this artillery and we will walk in without any casualties into G2. Next, we've got this one here in PA4. This is an infantry and an artillery belonging to the Germans being attacked by 2 infantry and 1 artillery belonging to the Russians. Let's see what happens here. 1 infantry unpaired, 1 infantry paired with the artillery. 2 hits would be nice in the first round, however unlikely. We do get 1 though, so that's pretty good going. And returning fire for 2 Germans at 2 or less. Let's see what they get on the hit back. We get 1 hit as well. Okay, so we will lose an infantry and Germany will lose an infantry as well, and we'll continue with battle. We have an infantry and an artillery. just need one more hit. We get the hit we need, and Germany has lost the territory. Will they be able to take down another Russian infantry with them? They cannot. So another good result there for the Russians, having lost only one infantry in this battle here to Germany's infantry and artillery. Let's see how long these guys last for, and if they can bring anyone down with them. Those are the dicey ones out of the way. These last ones should be relatively straightforward, although here in R23 it could go either way on whether or not we actually capture that territory. And at this point, I think Axis deserved to get a hit there. But let's see what happens. We have one infantry, and we have two unpaired tactical bombers against one Italian infantry, which we'll throw in for the blue straight away. Let's see what happens here. We get a hit, so does Italy. So it's a 1-for-1 infantry and no territory capture. It's only worth one IPC. Certainly not worth losing a tactical bomber over. So no capture. Last but not least, the battle here, the big one, which is, well, there's only one way this battle's going to go, really. Again, it's just a question of, will the infantry score a hit on the way down? I will roll for 5 of my tanks, or rather Palotto's tanks. We have 11 of them, in case we don't get a hit here. We get 1. Terrible hit rate, but we get the hit we need. So the Italian infantry is dead. Let's see if he'll bring down an attacking unit with him. It's a miss. So overall, not bad dice for the Russians this turn. So yeah, good result for Russia. I'll take this Italian infantry off, and let's start updating the IPC tracker. So that's 1 less for Italy, +1 for Russia. So I have Italy coming down to 43, Russia up to 39 so far. This one is a non-capture, so we'll leave that one as is. Up in PX, or PA4 rather, that's +2 for the Soviet Union. So they're coming up to 41. Germany down 1, 2 to 9 on the IPC chart, because they've eclipsed it, if you know what I mean. They've gone all the way up to 72 and beyond. So that's 72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What am I on about? It's 72 plus 9, which is 81. Then we're going to take another 3 away for that one, and another 3 away for that one. And by that one I mean G6 and G2. So Russia coming up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 to 47. Germany 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 75 on the IPC chart. That's all of them, and we will go straight into non-combat movement then. All right, and I'll show a little pic of the IPC chart in case that helps anyone in the game. Right, I've probably ballsed it up somewhere, but never mind. Contango will let me know. Okay, so the AA guns, I mean, they've moved in to R29. There's 2 of them, one from R26, one from R24. So that's that. The tactical bombers, let's bring them back to R26 from where they started. We also have an AA gun in R21. Let's move that into R25. The 3 tanks in R21, moving up to R15. The 3 tanks in the other Soviet city here, R16, moving to R10. Our fighter and tactical bomber up here in G6, they only have 1 movement space left. Of course, they're going to move back to R9. I'm going to pop them on this little plate thing I've got going on, because that is getting crowded in there in R9. So they're moving back to here, R9. We also have 2 fighters up north in the G2 island. They're going to move 2 spaces to R4. And finally our fleet, we've got, well, a fleet, I call it a fleet. We've got a submarine in 26, moving to 34, and the destroyer as well to Sea Zone 34. Alright then, let's place our units. I think that's everything moved. So we're going to place 3 infantry up in the North City. In R16, we're going to place 3 tanks. In R21, we're going to put our fighter and 2 tanks. And finally, we're going to place the 3 remaining tanks down in R26. And that is it. Let's figure out how much Russia collects. Alright, well, we are at 47 on the IPC chart. And we have 3 national objectives. We have the Northern Ireland, we have our national prestige, and we also have PA4, so an additional 10 puts us at 57 IPCs for next round. Whew. Alright, let's do a quick recap then of the board. Starting up here in G2, where we have 2 infantry. Just off the shores in Sea Zone 26, we have our transport ship, probably not for long. We also have, while we're doing sea units in 34, we have our destroyer and submarine. G6, we have an infantry and an artillery. Army Group 1 in R9, that looks like 12 infantry. We have 10 artillery. We have 6 mechanized. We have 15 tanks, a fighter, a tactical, and we also have an AA gun. That's all here. Sorry, I should have put that on here. In R11, just south of that, we have 2 infantry, and in PA4 we have our infantry and artillery. In R10, 3 infantry, 1 mech, and 3 tanks. And in the North City there, R4, I think it is, we have 12 infantry and 2 fighters and 1 AA gun. A bit further south in R16, we have 3 tanks. Just west of that, in R15, we have 3 more tanks. To the south in R21, a fighter and 2 tanks. R25 has 1 AA gun. R26, 3 tanks and 2 tacticals. In R29, we have 13 infantry. We have 11 tanks. We have 2 mech, 2 AA guns, and 3 artillery. That is it, I believe, for all the Russian units. So that concludes the end of the Russian round 6 turn. I think it's round 6. Next to go will be Germany.
Japan, rather. The other J.
Japan's turn coming up next. Good luck to Contango. Looking forward to seeing where you maneuver all your stuff. Best of luck. Thanks for watching. See you next time.